you. Alright, I think everything might be working after I reassemble the Avengers. I don't know. How y'all doing, chat? Hope you're all okay. Oh my gosh. I'm really, really tired. I'll admit that right up front. I am excessively tired because I was at an academic conference all weekend in Leesburg, Virginia, which was very nice. And there was discussion of Dungeons and Dragons, some tabletop, because unsurprisingly, a whole bunch of people in my university play D&D. What? And I had many an opportunity to mention DDO specifically in a number of contexts. And also did some light leaning on a Lotro podcaster. Actually, he's more new to Lotro podcasting, but he's a long-time podcaster in the world of, J.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, etc. Alan Sisto of the Prancing Pony podcast, who was at Mythmoot. We call the thing Mythmoot, is our biggest academic conference. And we have academic conferences throughout the year, also called Moots. And for those who have read Tolkien and have heard of Entmoot, well, the word moot comes from an older Anglo-Saxon term that means meeting, basically. While there's the obvious connection to Tolkien, the word predates him by a long stretch. Anyhow, this is about DDO. But the main thing is why I was mentioning this, this Lord of the Rings podcaster, is he is debating going to Gen Con, which we know is coming at the end of July, that first weekend ending July and beginning of August. I will be at Gen Con. I will be working the entire weekend, basically the same work that I've been doing the past couple of years. Working as a contractor to a company that contracts to Asmodee, who are the folks who run Catan, amongst other things. And the best part is I get to see my sister, who is the director of community for Catan. She's awesome. Way more awesome than I. And I will be attending the Saturday night showing of Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill that is being sponsored by Dungeons & Dragons Online. I don't know if it's being sponsored by Standing Stone in general or if it's DDO specific. I don't know that yet. Cord will probably tell us. Maybe. And I will be at the DDO player, the Standing Stone DDO / Lotro player meetup at Gen Con. It's the other reason why I was like, Alan, you need to come to Gen Con and come hang out at this player meetup and blah, blah, blah. So he might not. I don't know specifically other Lotro streamers or Lotro. I think there are a couple of Lotro players who told me they were going to be there. Actually, a couple of three of the Lotro Discord mods will be there. I believe I will be the only DDO Discord mod who will be there. But that's blather, and let's play. Let's go see who we're going to roll. Again, as you see from the spreadsheet, we have 41 people on here. And one other thing you can see, 10 of them are flagged in red. And they cannot be, if I roll their number, they are off the table because I want to make sure that I'm not playing the same 3 characters over and over and over again. I want to make sure there's a little bit of a cooldown before a character can come back into play. At this point, this being 21, technically 22 episodes into the series, because we did do a session 0. We have 41 characters on the list. So we're in the ballpark of having half of the list has been played. We're kind of close to that ballpark. So at this point, it's even money whether we're going to get. So roughly half the characters haven't been played yet out of 40, and 10 have been played previously, and some have been played before that. So I counted as like 21 that has not yet been played. So 20 have not been played. 21 have not been played. 20 have been played, but 2 of them have been played twice. So let's roll and see what happens, and then I'll play whatever character comes up as long as it's not a red one. Okay, roll. And again, as usual, the roll happens on the last character that was played, and the chat window is visible, so you can all see that there's no shenanigans here. So roll 1d41, and what do we get? 5. Unfortunately, Blue Flames is Best Flames, which is this Barbarian Critzilla build. It's one of the 2 Critzilla builds I've got here. This was an older one using a Tiefling Scoundrel. I have another one on the list that is using Shatter Kai as the base rather than Tiefling Scoundrel. So we can't do that one. So roll 1d41. 41, not 31. Durf. 21. Ooh, 21 is a Dhampir Dark Bargainer. And she has not been played on the show before. Okay. So Moonlight. Let me switch over to Moonlight, and I'll show you what... I'll put this back here. So we'll be starting at level 15, because Dark Bargainer is an iconic. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And just doing a quick check on my spreadsheet. Look at I love this name, Talk to the Hand. I don't know how that wasn't available. Or how it was available. Like, talk what? Ooh, Talk to the Hand? Yeah, for an arcane trickster? Hell yeah. Okay, so Moonlight is right here. Look how pretty she is. Like, just look how pretty she is. Unfortunately, she was built in an era where the jewelry, unfortunately, always reverted to red, and there was no way to fix it other than re-rolling. And I'm like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna bother. I mean, I could, but I ain't gonna bother. Alright. And where is Moonlight? She is in the bank. So I believe she does not need any sort of stuff. But first of all, let me make her red on the list. On the spreadsheet. And put episode 21 here. So that means whoever was episode 11, which was my favorite soul... My favorite soul, Curianas, goes off of the list and is now back available to be rolled in a future episode. So that's kind of cool. Okay, I'm going to save the spreadsheet and we're going to make it go away. Spreadsheet, where's the spreadsheet? Actually, more of a case of cursor, where's the cursor? Alright, spreadsheet, go bye-bye. Okay. Let me double check and make sure everything's cool. We got our hirelings. I do know this character has not gone to talk to the current thing, so we're gonna do that first, so I can get my hirelings and pack them. Ooh, actually, we can replace Draw's Heart with a level 11 Myconid hireling. Ooh, that's exciting. Alright. Let's go to the bank. Or to the Hall of Heroes. Now, one thing I will note is I am dealing with problems with my Razor Tartarus peripheral. I have some stuff coming tomorrow from Amazon to fix it. Basically... we're going to fix it by ripping out some micro switches and soldering in some new ones. Okay, we're here. Now let me just double check. I'm pretty sure I've already done this. Yeah, I did all 5 of my feats. The only one I don't pick up on all my characters is the one from... I wish they would bring an NPC from the housekeeping... I'm sorry, from the Hub from Beyond. Over to here. Maybe they have and I just never saw it. Let me go look over here. Because now I'm curious. Do they have those guys? Because that would be cool to have more than just the lantern people over here. It'd be nice not to have to actually go to the hall of, to the Hub from Beyond every time to go talk to... Pardon me, the NPCs over there. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go talk to Narel. I would like to claim all of my things. Alright, I'm not actually going to put on any of the gear. The 2 outfits are actually really nice. The collector's edition outfit for the new expansion is actually really good if you have like a Duragar alchemist or any kind of alchemist, quite frankly. But it looks really good on the Duragar in particular. Alright. And I do not like to sit on my horses next to the banker because I consider it rude, so it seems a bit hypocritical to do it myself. Alright, I'm going to roll my daily dice while I'm here. And I get not much of anything, but getting a little money is always a good thing. Alright, we're going to throw those in there. Gonna throw that in there. I'm going to eat my tome. Do I have 1? Hi, MRF. How you doing? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're replacing this Dross Heart. Well, Dross Heart could be useful if I need to melt a lock. So I think I'm going to keep him around, but I'm going to keep him off to the side and only pop him out if I need to. Because what I'm going to do here is shift everybody down. And we're going to put our new bestie. I'm just going to throw that in there. Yeah, I'll just throw them in here. Going to throw you over there. And then we're going to put you down there. So this will be the first time we get to use the new hireling on this show, which is kind of cool. In fairness, there's only been like a couple of weeks since the new hireling came out, so... Okay. So, I ate the tome. Did I not eat the tome? Did I eat the tome? I thought I ate the tome. I ate the tome. Good. So, I'm wondering about why I only got 1 of those. Let me take a look at my spells and see which ones I actually need materials for. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Okay, that one does need something. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it this way. And say to hell with it. Okay. Let's, So this character has done 0 quests. And she has a guild buffs. She has that buff. So we're going to want to pick content that is going to get me some decent named items. A Dhampir. This is the Dark Bargainer. This is a pure Dark Bargainer. not you. You can go in there. Why did I have that? I don't remember, so we're throwing it away. Okay, so now I have... One thing I've noticed about the enhancement point that we get for Demogorgon, it's not a universal enhancement point. It's just, here's an enhancement point. Spend it wherever the hell you want. I'm like, okay. Let me go grab the build, because I must have used a build. Go find the spreadsheet. DDO spreadsheet. Shadowdale. Moonlight build is... This is Melee Warlock is better with imbues, so this is the Melee Warlock build that was on the old forums, which means I need to look it up in Shrimp Tom's archive. It's not on the forums at all anymore, because the old forums have gone bye-bye. Okay. Alright, intro and landing page. Do. Okay. Find all mentions of warlocks. Maybe it's on page 2. Poison Alchemist, Fist of Light, First Life Sorcerer. Okay. This one might be it, the new DPS Warlock build. Yeah, this is it. He has a melee warlock build, and he uses drow for it. So I kind of had to work around it to figure it out. And I used the First Life build, but I had to get it sorted out. So let me go here. So with my starting stats, Strength 10, Dex 16, Con 14, Intelligence 10, Wisdom 8, and Charisma 18. So we started with 10. Had to start with 17 Dex. Weird. 14 Constitution, 10 Intelligence, 8 Wisdom, and 18. I actually, because I was using the Dhampir Dark Bargainer, they actually can start with a starting value of 20 on their charisma. So they gave me a few extra points I threw into Dex. Okay, so this build uses Wistani Knife Fighter and Fey Dark Illusionist, which are mandatory for the build. We are... why am I chaotic neutral? This build is supposed to be lawful neutral. Weird. Huh. Is this really the one I used? Melee Warlock is much better with imbues. Melee Warlock build guide. So Enlightened Spirit? Fey Dark Illusionist with Stunning Knife. So this can't be the same build. 2-weapon fighting. Warlock Pack Celestial. Yeah, this pack uses the Dark Pack. This is not the same build. What the hell? Take a look at his new builds. I don't know if he actually did one for Dark Bargainer specifically. Catriona! Hello! 105 months. I am 1000% not rested up. No. By no stretch of the imagination. So I'm very confused. Because he did a melee Warlock build, but it doesn't include Dark Bargainer. Update 53 he had a free-to-play Warlock build. It was a Tiefling Warlock. And he used the Fiend pack. I'm very confused. Alright, let me search for Warlock again. Warlock of any race. I'm pretty sure I didn't use that one. I don't know, maybe I should rebuild this character. What the hell? Because I don't understand. What happened here? Okay, let me see if I can find a reference to chaotic neutral. Aura Warlock. No, that doesn't have all the decks built into it. There's a half elf, so that's not it. Spellsinger Bar, no. Zombie Kai. I am very confused. Maybe it was this one. Maybe it was the one here. Should you use the new Warlock Imbue for a Blaster Warlock? No! Lawful neutral. But I'm chaotic neutral. So that couldn't have been it. We might just need to rebuild this character from the ground up. I don't know where I got this build from, though. Is it Hardcore 7? Sir, Spellcaster, Rogue Bardy Warlock. No? Melee and be Warlock. I don't understand this, kids. I mean, obviously I use a lot of Fate Arc Illusionist. Actually, yeah, I didn't use much. Just enough to get Charisma to damage. But I'm like, why did I use Soul Eater? This was on the old forums. The title of the post was Melee Warlock is much better with imbues. But I don't see anything on his build guide mentioning the same thing. What do you think, chat? So the big thing that is throwing me off here is this build uses the Soul Eater tree, which I don't understand why. And it has the Vistani Knife Fighter, which I do understand. It has Fate Arc Illusionist, which I understand. The little bits about Tainted Scholar I understand. But I don't understand Soul Eater. The builds that I'm looking at mention the Celestial tree, which I believe you can't get as a Dhampir. It trades out the Celestial for the Dark Powers one. Isn't that right? And it spends 0 points. I think what I probably wound up doing here is because I didn't have access. Let me see. I do have access to Enlightened Spirit, so what the fuck? Was it in the Symphony of the Fae listing? Because he did in Symphony of the Fae pile of builds. Let's go find and see what I'm looking for. Alright. Stream times build. The AOs. Okay, it's this. We're gonna mute his video. Sorry, Stream Tom, I love you, but no. Alright, let me look at his chapters. Godzilla. Oh, he did do a Dark Bargainer Warlock. Hold, please. This might have been it.
Easy time with this character.
Shush. Oh. Yeah, that's what happened. He did a Dark Bargainer. And that's where I got the build from. Okay. So, let's see. First of all, let's mute this. And see if I can see. He had to have posted this somewhere. He had to have done. But his build uses a pile of Tainted Scholar, pile of Soul Eater, and Enlightened Spirit. So he did go with, I guess, hold on. Go back. Let's go back. Yeah, he did use the Dark Powers pack, so this is right. This was his Winterlude character. Okay. Alright. So everything is supposed to be right. You know, I'm just gonna ignore the fact that I've got this extra point and I'll deal with it later, because I've been dithering way too much already. And I want to play stuff and you want to watch me playing stuff. So, since we're level 15... Oh man, this micro switch... No, go away. Is janky as fuck. So level 15, what are our choices here? Go away. Problem for future Druidsfire. Many things are problem for future Druidsfire. But it was good to see you remotely at Mythmoot. As always. We had a heckin' lot of fun. I took stupid pictures with Mike Drought, Professor Michael Drought, who did some consulting work for the other game. And it was glorious. What I did is I logged into Lotro on my laptop, and I had already put my character next to his NPC in Rohan, and so there's a picture. There are actually two different rounds, and I like the first round better, and I have to Photoshop something on it. But I was holding up my laptop. And we were both looking at the kind of, looking over at the screen and also at the camera kind of deal. And pointing at our characters standing next to each other. It was amazing. In front of the stone talking about the Ketersewergende. So, okay. Let's get some questing done. Let's just go. I'm tired of dithering. One reason we have no camera tonight, it is freaking hot in here. And it's kind of toasty. Even this is the coolest room in the house and it's still freaking hot. It's been in the 90s. The weather was beautiful up until like a day and a half ago, when it went from like gloomy, gray, a little bit humid, but basically the weather was like the day before I left for Mythmoot. I had all the windows open, nice fine breezes, a little bit cool breezes, and it was nice in the house. And today, it's not nice in the house. So, we may have no cam streams for a little bit until the weather breaks or I figure something else out. Okay, so we are level 15. So, basically, we can do Sharn, which is an obvious, or we can step forward and do some of the... Well, we could do the cogs. Cogs is quick XP. if we want, I could. I could also start doing some of. Yeah, we could do that. But what I think I will do, what I think I shall do, is. I mean, I like Sharn, but I also did Sharn recently. I like the lower Moorgrave stuff. They are level 16 quests, so it'll be a little bit of a challenge, but it might be fun because we do have a whole pile of pyres to run with us. We have 15 healer, 17 owlbear, 15. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. So I think I'm gonna go to lower Moorgrave and do those quests because I could do those pretty quickly. I know them pretty well. Some of them are fairly fast and will just cause some trouble. So, lower Moorgrave it shall be. Besides, you all love to watch me do Order in the Court. Besides, I've got my boost going, and I don't really think of anything in the Sharn pile of gear that I really care about. So, lower Moorgrave. Here we go. Hold on. You know what I need to do? What I forgot to look for? I need my feet. I need my feet. There we go. I'm gonna turn this feed on. This is actually really cool. Catriona, you're already aware of this from the Lotro side, but DDO also now has teleport styles. Watch this. This is so cool. Does it actually work on somebody who's missed walking? Let's find out. It does. I love it. It's so good. You're going to search out the place in Swanfleet you showed? You haven't done so yet? You did log in last night for the first time through. Oh, wow. My table got reset. You haven't. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole thing. That is indeed a whole thing. Alright. Let's do our quests in here. So let me pick up your thing. I'll run it on hard because I feel proud of myself. But yeah, it's a place on the river in Swanfleet. Alright, let's get everybody set up here. Okay, so the new hireling is actually, my understanding is she's pretty awesome. I watched Strim Tom use her to great effect to, in essence, solo an elite level quest in Lamortia, and I'm like, whoa. The heroic one was just like wiping the floor with everybody. The legendary one died, went down like a wet paper sack, but then they updated her. Updated it. I'm not sure if the myconoid is male or female or other. Male, female, or other. But the heroic abilities are the spores. That's basically, it's an AoE heal. And it's a harm for baddies. Then we got freedom of movement, cure crit wounds, and reincarnate. So we've got 3 characters that can do rezzing. It's amazing. Alright, turn everybody active. And immediately we get hit with the healing. Alright.
The head librarian gestures to the man beside her. Mr. Sadler would like a word before you head out. His generous donations make our expeditions possible.
Alright.
Sadler gestures to the door behind him.
So part of the problem that I have right now...
To the spot on the Brailish border where the manifest zone was detected.
Okay, sometimes I keep looking up there to see if there's something there that I need. But there isn't. Is because my Razor Tartarus is being a butthead, I am definitely not on my game here. You played DD over a few weeks with MJ and a few others when she streams for Mom. You should come hang out with me too. Alright.
You've arrived at the Braelish border, near the manifest
Why
zone
is-
created by the Eye of
Why is everything
Mabar.
quiet?
Now to find the Sovereign Host Chapel, where the Eye is said to be kept.
I have the audio. Maybe I just need to turn the audio up some more. I normally had it at 20%, but something's super quiet. Well, to be fair, everything's like turned way down. But whatever.
A pack of ravenous wolves springs to attack.
He keeps talking about the wrong weapon type, so I'm a little bit confused about that. Okay. So let me take a look and why it's complaining about... Why do I have... Well, let me just put this here and see if it likes the sickle. Let's see if it likes the sickle better. So tomorrow I'm going to be spending some time fixing my Razor Tartarus so the thumbstick still
Chapel
works.
appears undamaged, but an eerie silence blankets the air. Perhaps the Eye of Mabar is still stored inside.
It's not.
The kitchen was abandoned suddenly. Food sits out, half prepared. The fire has been laid in the hearth, but it's unlit.
I don't like going back to using WASD after having a thumbstick for so long. It's so rough. Especially since I no longer have access to all my
Someone
keys where they
carefully
need to be.
removed the wall here, revealing a vault beyond.
Actually, I don't think this is the melee warlock
Quick search of the
build.
vault reveals that the
Maybe
Eye of
something
Mabar
else.
is no longer here. Yet the Mabar manifest stone makes it clear that the Eye must be somewhere in the area. Perhaps you can learn more in the hamlet that is said to be nearby.
You think we'll learn more in the Hamlet? That's not the best Shakespeare play, but you know. Hi. I love the Traveler hiding out with his green hat all the time. This is gonna be a rough night, kids.
Many trees have been felled here, presumably to make the freshly built palisade that surrounds the hamlet.
Okay, it's talking about this. I need to have a ooh, I need to have a dagger, that's why. So let's put this up here. That's why I was complaining about it. Okay, so we have... We're gonna give up that. There we go! Okay. Pateen!
Several gates seal off. Before you can try one, skeletons crawl their way in. The ambush defeated, the gates are no longer an obstacle.
Character needs money. Okay. Down here. I want the note, please. Thank you. Because I can't, without bringing up, what's his face? Not going to be able to get any of the trapping stuff. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Yoink. I would like the iron key, thank you. Alright, I got everything.
Successfully rescued the enslaved villagers in the sealed root cellar.
We did the thing. Brother Lords.
You've successfully rescued the enslaved villagers in the Stockholm prison.
Okay, now that we've completed the ambush, though, we can go back and fight that one guy. And I'm floating over the bear traps. That's hilarious. Wait. Over here, if I recall, there was a collectible. Yeah, it's just collectible. We're gonna yoink it. Gimme. 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 Thank you.
Strange. All of the graves in this graveyard have been recently disturbed. The air grows chill. Several ghouls start out. As the last ghoul is defeated, the mausoleum door swings open.
And he go bye-bye. Yeah, it's like I can use my thing to go backwards, but I can't move forward anymore. Alright, give me your loot. go back this way. Wait, wasn't there a note in the church? I think there was a note in the church. Hold on. Aha. Thank you. And since we're here, let's use the shrine. Oh yeah. Everybody shrine now, especially me and Mycella. Alright, people are posting funny things in my Discord. Okay. Let's redo our buffs. Boop. 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 You know what I can also cast? Haste. Hey Arya, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. See, we could hit that lever. But no. How's it going? What's everybody up to tonight? I'm literally still recovering from Myth Moot. I just got back. I got back at like 7:30 this morning. Closer, well, what time was it? 7 something? I think it was almost close to, but by the time I was like, yeah, I'm going to sleep. So I went to eat for a while. So yeah, clearing off the traps would be very nice. Okay, got him. Go get him, champ. I missed him. Alright, we'll try to jump up this way. Let's jump back up this way. Alright, one more note to find. Doing great. How's the stream going tonight? Stream is going pretty good. I'm unfortunately dealing with the fact that my primary peripheral is not dead. It's not dead yet. But it really is unhappy and the thumbstick is toasted. So I'm having to go old school and actually use my keyboard for stuff. It's like, what? Where are my hirelings? Where is she? Oh, they're like all over there. Come here. There we go. I'm better now. She's like, F you, I'm not fighting those things. Well, it's less that and more a situation where I had not realized they had all fallen down the hole. I hate having to use WASD for everything. It's so annoying. Alright, we got all the notes. We have 4 more captives to save. They're down in the basement.
This fountain seems to be untouched by the eye of Maybar's corruption. It should be a good place to rest.
And we're gonna ignore it for now. Make sure everybody's over here. Alright, we're gonna go down the hole.
Strewn around the town square are the remains of a secret door. The villagers likely were trying to hide here.
So there's actually a treasure chest at the basement of that, and it's very finicky. It can be opened and looted, but you're not gonna have a good time getting to it and getting it sorted. It is very tricky. And the traps are on the way. And there's never anything in that chest, so I'm not even gonna worry about it this time around. Need the silver key. Open a thing. And the hirelings already know these guys are not who they think they are.
The hidden hand prisoners make a break for freedom.
Yeah, I'm not having fun without my peripheral. Vecna, take you! Oh, I think not. Oh, hit the T button. It's like, why is my thing doing on? Oh, T is the same as X in Lotro, so it's like, help. Get out. Got all the bad guys.
With the lever pulled, the doors to the armory creak.
Creak open. Alright. So we're gonna go back to the shrine upstairs down that one hallway. We're not gonna bother with the chest in the basement. There's nothing, no named items in it. And it'd be a waste of time. Okay. We need to go beat up this guy first. Let's beat up this guy first. And we'll see. Okay. Alright, y'all.
The quell rises with a pitiful wail of rage and despair. Quell dissipates with a final defiant cry. The barrier sealing off the manor hall fades away.
What else did I miss in searching the hamlet? Maybe it's this.
The skeleton hisses
No,
as
it
you
was-
approach. Mine. Right of conquest. I won't sacrifice my plans to some paltry of latecomers. army of eternal night.
Well,
have
you were so
retrieved the
close,
Eye
but
of
close
Laban.
only counts.
Now to take it to Mulgrave
Horseshoes, hand
University
grenades, and
before
thermonuclear
some other
war.
malefactor tries to use it for evil.
Let's get out. Order in the court! It's like, why is it playing music from, Isle of Dread?
Step into the lavishly decorated entrance to Barrington Worthridge's penthouse suite. Apparently, he keeps the Eye of Donvi locked away in a gallery with the rest of his collection of rare artifacts.
Seriously? Break. There we go.
Configuration of gears connect to a power conduit that leads out of this room. The mechanism clicks into place, and the power conduit winks out.
Opposites attract. That is why the blue is red and the red is blue. In that particular
Judging
puzzle.
by the rare antiquities that line the walls, you've found Worthridge's gallery. The Eye of Donvi hovers above a pedestal in the center of the room.
We're doing the whole thing, by the way.
Touching the Eye of Donvi has teleported you into a strange new place. Is this a courtroom? A huge sphinx in the back of the room nods its head in greeting. Welcome, stranger, says the sphinx. I am the guardian of the eye. A challenger for the eye must follow my rules. Come, let us talk. The sphinx says, you may take the eye. Oh, find evidence proving that its current owner does not deserve it.
Sorry, I'm not being as chat as I normally might be. I'm still struggling with having to use mouse and keyboard rather than mouse and razor cutters. Everybody's just splitting up. This is like any D&D person. Well, this person's going this way, and that person's going that way. Which way am I going? I don't know. Okay, we're looking for the 9 artifacts, so... The pieces of evidence. Hi, Stormlust. Ooh, Stormlust gets scritches. How are you, girl? What are you doing? Did you miss me? I think she missed me. Alright, this door's locked, isn't it? Yep. Alright, something in here. Yoink. Hi, kitty cat. What are you doing? Snuggies, whom you cannot harm. Snuggies is a good doggo. Ooh. There's 2. Random ass pile of money. That's not sus or nothing. I am gonna need to get... I wonder how I'm gonna manage. Dead. I think this opens back to the main door. Yeah, it does. Back to the main area. So we've gone full circle. Now, let's start cleaning up everything that's left over.
pull this lever, you hear gears screeching in the lobby.
Well, that activates the elevator. So there's something here. The hirelings can sense it and so can I. So let me grab my search. Hey, I actually did find the gold key. Yoink. Interesting. There's a loo in here. If you really wanted another... I do appreciate how they managed to build restrooms in this game. It's actually really funny. Oh, they did really, really well in making the restrooms, and the toilets specifically in the new expansion. Or I'm sorry, in the Dragon's Deck quest in the casino. Alright. Let's see. Yoink. 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 Okay, so now we can go to court, but I want to get all of the things. So let's see if we can find them all. Oh, apparently I found the door, so that's helpful. Alright, 2 more to go. Well, 3 more to go, I should say. And there's gonna be 1 in this room here. Okay, 2 more to go. Okay, now to open this, I don't think I personally have an ability for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to desummon my Cella. And we're gonna summon him. And we're going to have him melt lock. And have him try again. And again. He's very bad at this. Yeah, but he's only level 8, so, you know. I don't believe I can buff him at all. let's everybody go back here. Yeah, I just don't think he can do it. Okay, so I really need to get me a melt lock skill, but I don't have one. I don't think I have one. Hold on. Thread mist. I'm not using like half my Dark Bargainer skills because I really need to. Alright, we're done. We're done mucking about, wasting our time. Okay. We did not... maybe you can open this door. Come on, you can do this. And he kind of sucks. And the thing is, you can't see how badly he's failing. So I don't know what if he's rolling like a nat 20. Ooh, he got it. Ooh. Maybe that was the natty 20. Oh no, not another one. Well, let's see if we can do something with this chest in the corner. Probably not. Hey, he did get to get that one. Let's go back to the other one. We'll try it and see. Hey! A collapsed portable hole! Worth it! Totally worth it! Alright, let's see if we... we're not going to get anywhere near as good a crap out of this one, but now I want to try. I want to try it. Collapsed portable hole, hell yeah. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Drossheart. I believe. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Come on, give me a nat 20, whatever. Man, he is not doing so hot. How soon can I resummon her? 45 seconds. So we'll give him the 45 seconds. If he doesn't get this unlocked before I need to, before I can resummon her. Come on, you. I'm actually kind of wondering is because this chest is actually not on a... Because sometimes the game physics be weird, man. He does kind of suck. Nope, he's out of spell points. Ha ha ha. Well, you go bye-bye then. Alright, let's get our hire back. So, we still have to find 2 more. We have to find 2 more pieces of evidence. Okay. And I believe, do we have... Yeah, we have the gold key. Alright, let's go back. Follow our footsteps. Back the way we came. Hold on, there's nothing. No, we cleared this. Oh, except I forgot to hit the base. The vase. Breaking the vase. Breaking the vase. And this one too. Ha 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 ha. I don't feel the need to shrine. Okay. Did we go this way? Yeah, we cleared the bedroom. We haven't gotten that door ready yet. The other two are in here. Okay, we need one more. And we found the key for the last room. Either of these will do. Oh, it says it's not very useful. It's not very useful at all. Okay, let's go to court. Let's go find the elevator. Battered to the outside. Oh no, Poutine! It's going okay. I took way too long to figure out which build this was. And then once I found it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Now
The
I'm...
ethereal court. The Sphinx dominates the room as before. This time, an apparition of a man sits beside it. Empty benches line the walls. Seats for a jury that doesn't seem to exist. You tell the Sphinx which charge you wish to prove. Then, an illusory jury appears before your eyes, eager to begin. Now that you have finished examining your evidence, you must present it to the judge. You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself." "I object!" "How dare you?" says Worthridge. "Order in the court," says the Sphinx. "This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case." While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
Dhampir have a good dance, the ladies do.
The jury cheers.
They like
and
me!
moves.
I honestly wasn't sure how that would work with the light, or with the Mistwalker, that hovering style, if it would be good or bad. This one's the easiest one.
The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
Alright. The hardest part is actually getting on the tile in time. very unusual trial if all you do is dance to figure out what you're doing.
The jury cheers at your smooth moves. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
Sometimes the spelling in this quest makes me sad because the spell checkers did not spell check.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says,
Dance and then dance too.
"Explain yourself." You know what I say? Hearsay! Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
I never said, do it or else. I said, do it. I'll help.
A little bit of the thriller dance, which I thought was hilarious. Not quite the thriller dance, but close enough to tell that they were being silly about it. I was like, yep, that's what that is.
The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
Da 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 da. Ba 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 da 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 ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba. Be careful so I don't get gigged for that.
The jury cheers at your smooth moves. The judge finishes questioning the defendant.
All right.
You may now ready your next piece of evidence. You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself."
You know what I say? Hearsay!
Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless. The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
I wish Locho had a permanent kneel like this. You just kneel and you stay knelt until you move, or whatever.
The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
But alas, that's not how we roll.
The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
It does give you plenty of time to get the right dance on the right tile and whatnot, but this part does take forever, and I know a lot of folks who like to crush through XP permanent do not like this quest.
You've finished the challenge and submitted all 3 pieces of evidence to prove this charge. The Sphinx beckons you over. I have reached a verdict. Come, Let us talk. You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself."
I object! How dare you?
Says Worthridge. "Order in the court," says the Sphinx. "This is not the time for complaints, defendant."
Ooh, this sounds
State your
boring.
case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless. You stand before the jury, ready to give your speech. As you begin, you watch for the jury's reactions.
I never said, do it or else. I said, do it. I'll help.
The jury doesn't seem all that impressed by your performance, but they accept your words nonetheless. You continue your speech with more confidence. The jury ponders your words. The jury doesn't seem all that impressed by your performance, but they accept your words nonetheless.
Yay, we get a green.
I never said, do it or else. I said, do it. I'll help.
You conclude your speech. The jury considers you, deep in thought. You hope you have impressed the jurors enough to keep them in your favor. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence. You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself." Worthridge shrugs.
I've never heard of that in my life, Your Honor.
He turns to you.
Who do you think you are, presenting this fake evidence?
Who do you think you
No one's
are?
gonna believe a swindler like you.
"Order in the court," says the Sphinx. "This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case." While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless. You stand before the jury, ready to give your speech. As you begin,
I'm the
watch for
best.
the jury's reactions. The jury finishes their deliberation and decides to accept your words. You may continue. You continue your speech with more confidence. The jury ponders your words. Worthridge scowls at the judge.
As I said, I'm just holding on to that for a friend.
The jury finishes their deliberation. and
Yay, we're
decides
all
to accept
green.
your
The
words.
lights are green, the trap is clean.
Continue. You appeal to the jury with one last statement, delivered with aplomb. You conclude your speech. The jury considers you, deep in thought. You hope you have impressed the jurors enough to keep them in your
I
favor.
like how they actually do move the
Judge
items from one
finishes
table to the
questioning
other.
defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence. You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself."
You know what I say? Hearsay.
"Order in the court," says the Sphinx. "This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case." While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless. You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself."
Yay, they think I'm
Worthridge
the best
shrugs.
still.
I've never heard of that in my life, Your Honor.
He turns to you.
Who do you think you are, presenting this fake evidence? No one's gonna believe a swindler like you.
"Order in the court," says the Sphinx. "This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case." While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless. You stand before the jury, ready to give your speech. As you begin, you watch for the jury's reactions.
I never said, do it or else. I said, do it.
I'll help.
The jury finishes their deliberation and decides to accept your words.
Yay.
You may continue.
I
You
need
continue
to
your speech
sit
with
there.
more confidence. The jury ponders your words. The jury finishes their deliberation and decides to accept your words.
Okay, good.
Continue. You appeal to the jury with one last statement, delivered with aplomb. You conclude your speech. The jury considers you deep in thought. You hope you have impressed the jurors enough to keep them in your favor.
That's not what I meant. Don't twist my words.
You finished the challenge and submitted all 3 pieces of evidence to prove this charge. The Sphinx beckons you.
We did
over.
it.
I have reached a verdict. Come, let us talk.
This one is where we get to go fighty.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself."
I object! How dare you?
Says Worthridge. Order in the court. This is not the time for complaints, defendant.
Now we get to fight the jury.
Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge. Notice the jury growing bored and restless. Just as the others fade, a new wave appears. Yet more foes enter the court.
Really nice cleave on this build.
The last of your enemies disappears in a cloud of mist. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
Alright, 2 more to get through.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain." Worthridge shrugs.
I've never heard that in my life, you
Turns to you.
Who do you think you are? Presenting this fake evidence. No one's gonna believe a swindler like you.
Order in the court. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. The Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge. Notice the jury growing bored and restless.
That's not what I meant. Don't twist my words.
Just as the others fade, a new wave comes. Yet more foes enter the court.
Ooh, a Misty Remy. Yoink, I'll take that.
Your enemies disappears in a cloud of mist. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of
The final piece of evidence. I did adjust how fast my cursor
You place
spins
the
around.
evidence on the
Or my
stand.
trackball.
Describe the circumstances
See if
surrounding
that'll
how
help
you
with
found
my
it.
spinnies.
The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defend."
I object! How dare you?
Says Worthry.
Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. The Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge. You notice the jury growing bored and restless.
The hirelings are kind of bored.
Just as the others fail, a new wave of enemies appears.
Ooh, free chest.
Yet more foes enter the court.
Incorporeal. Definitely need a ghostly item for sure.
You finished the challenge and submitted all 3 pieces of evidence to prove this charge. The Sphinx beckons you over. I have reached a verdict.
The eye is mine!
Let us talk. With all the
I don't need to worry about
you were
that.
confident that Barrington Worthridge
fight
would be
everybody.
proven guilty. Now that the Sphinx has announced their ruling, the eye is yours. Worthridge sighs in defeat.
Fair trial? What bump? If I had more time to hide from me, organize the thing, this all would have gone different. Don't get cocky. Hidden hand isn't gonna let the other eyes go so easy.
You leave the court, only to find Worthridge waiting for you, accompanied by a group of hidden hand.
Thought you could sneak in here and steal the eye without me knowing. The second you tripped my security system, I started rounding up my friends here. Hold up.
Do you actually have friends, buddy? I don't think you have friends. I think you just have minions. People you've bribed to hang out with you. Alright, let's get the last guy. I've been knocked down, but I'll get up again. I bit him. I don't know, biting him does anything. I'm gonna get Jin cooties from him. Ooh, he gave me a chest. Nice.
The last of the cultists falls, leaving only Worthridge glowering in the corner.
Bravo! You finally got what you wanted.
Yep,
Happy
I
now?
did.
Please, just take the eye and get out of my
No.
apartment.
I'm gonna take the eye
After
and the
all
loot from these
trials and
chests.
tribulations you've been through today, you are finally able to claim the Eye of Dhampir.
Hey! Those will be useful. Want to hit level 16 or give them to a character who's level 16? So we got a named item. Yes! Named item hype. And after the stream, we're gonna go until 11 o'clock-ish. Actually, no, 11:30-ish, because we did start late. Yes. Okay, how full are my bags? A little full. A little full. Funny how the food vendor can also repair your stuff. They're very handy. Alright, the rest of this crap, I'm not worried about any of this stuff except the one named item we have. Bloop. And we're not going to sell our Omnispell dust. Alright, the rest of that can go. Let's go get the Eye of Lamania. I'm gonna go play with the giant chipmunks. Tavern Tales with the raid! Welcome, Mr. Trivia. How are you? How was your stream? What were you guys up to? Alright.
Warforged, guarding the farmhouse, wants you to investigate the appearance of the giant tree, as well as rescue any farmers you come across. This bizarre event must be related to the Eye of Lamania.
Save the farmers, save the farmers, save the farmers. I fell down the hill. Hey, everybody's running around. Got a raid and run? Oh man. Yeah, I love these quests too, except for the time that that we ran the last quest and my questing buddy looted 13 and I was on a build that actually used Bastard Swords at the time. Yeah. So there's the chest down here, which of course hirelings can't do a damn thing. I really miss having a knock command on this character. So, but then again, I don't recall that that chest had named items in it, so let me check on the wiki real quick. Yo, wiki. Growing pains. Only worried about chests that have named items. Yeah, it doesn't actually say. Oh, hold on, here it is. The things you can get are strictly from the end chest. There used to be some quests you could actually get named items from chests other than the very last one. But those are few and far in between now, I guess. Hey. I missed. For playing my Dark Bargainer tonight, because that's what came up in the roll. I should have asked Troy before he left. I believe Troy will be at the Gen Con meetup, which we still don't have the RSVP for that. I was actually kind of afraid that they would send it up today, and I'd be like, oh shit, I can't. I was still recovering from my trip to Virginia this past weekend, which is why I didn't stream my show on DDO stream. I was busy. And our convention was really, really good. What was really funny is I found out that one of my colleagues from the university is well acquainted with a friend of mine. There it is. That I used to hang out with when I used to go up to Ann Arbor all the time. So like, do you know so and so? He's like, of course I know so and so. Everybody knows so and so. I'm like, well, shit, of course they do. But it was actually kind of funny. It's like, yeah, and it come to find out that, we both went to the same conventions when I was up there. But I don't think our paths actually crossed, the times that I was up at Ann Arbor a lot. Before I stopped going up to Ann Arbor all the time. Because it's a 4-hour drive. Come on, let's be fair.
Some farmers nearby.
I got all of these. And there's nothing else here. Whoa. Farmers to rescue. Okay, you two go away. Oh, maybe I can't click on them until I actually get the last doggo down. Storm lost? What's the matter, Storm lost? Now can we get these guys out of here? Yep, now we can.
Gigantic roots completely cover the road. Perhaps there's another nearby path that leads closer to the tree.
What's the matter, Storm lost? What are you doing? Okay, still need to get the two farmers over here, though. And so, of course, you know the answer is obvious. We need chipmunk mounts. One of these days it's gonna happen. We're gonna get chipmunk mounts. think you had to find something to eat. Yeah, it's fine. I'm allowed to tease Troy a little bit. So, everybody who came in with Troy, I'm going to drop a trivia fact on you. A piece of trivia that apparently Troy didn't know. And it's for those folks who have read Dragonlance novels. How many folks have read some or all of the Dragonlance novels?
This massive displacer beast cub is toying with its prey. Several careful farmers.
You go bye-bye. Did 2 sagas and some side books, extra onions. Okay. Alright. Well. Did you know that an officially licensed and published Dragonlance author has worked for Turbine and then transferred in, you know, rolled into Standing Stone Games for the past 25, close to 30 years from my understanding. It is a true story. He mainly works on the other game as the actual behind-the-scenes lore master of Lord of the Rings Online, Mr. Chris Pearson. I think his last Dragonlance novel was published in 2007. So it was after the launch of Lotro. And definitely after the launch of DDO. Isn't that cool? Now Troy knows this fact now, but he didn't know it then. Alright. And this all came up because I thought everybody knew. I'll be honest, I thought everybody knew. But it came up because somebody was talking about the Dragonlance novels and they'd mentioned those. Like, yeah, did you know he worked at Standing Stone? He's like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, no. No, he's been working on Lotro for the past 25 to 30 years. But he'd be like, but Lotro's not 20 years old yet, much less 30. And like, yeah, well, there's pre-development shit. So that was a whole ass thing. And I do apologize if my gameplay seems a bit janky. I normally use a Razer Tartarus to move my characters around with a thumbstick, and I find it very, very damn handy. And having a keypad for all my hotkeys or whatever, without resorting to having to use the keyboard, well, the joystick is having problems. So, I wish DDO had the thing that many other MMOs have, which is if you press and hold both the left and right mouse buttons, it will automatically move you forward. I have not ever gotten that to work in DDO, and it kind of pisses me off. Okay, let's go play with some wood woads. I actually have to remember to put my,
Woodward stands before a nearby hollow and roots deep into the tree. See if this wood let me
So I'd be playing this character way better if I had access to all my all my keybinds rather than having to go old school with a keyboard and mouse. Crazy talk.
Continue your investigation.
Okay. Into the tree. Into the tree. Da, 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 da. I love that chipmunk going, hey. Alright.
Entered a Lamania manifest. Clear indicator. The eye of Lamania is nearby.
Alright, let's shrine. Let's shrine. Shrine, everybody. So I can't wait till this character hits level 18 and I can just whip out Darling to be my trapper for a few levels anyway. So I've been actually really enjoying this format of living each life in that it keeps things fun. That I, a little bit unexpected. I don't ever know which character I'm going to be playing any given stream. And so for me, I find it interesting.
These huge branches thrum with life force. They look sturdy to walk across.
What was sparkling over there? Oh, it was just the butterflies. And I like the pumpkins from Night Revels being used here. It's funny to me. I don't know. Still fighting something back here? Oh, we're good. Mycella's like, let me at him, I'm gonna get him. There, we got them all. Yeah, Mycella is actually a melee healer, which is kind of fascinating to me. And so a lot of people are like, oh crap, melee healer, she's just gonna be falling. She's just gonna, like, die immediately. Because we all kind of got, like, used to having, Rana just stand back and stay out of trouble. Get out of the way. Alright, we got them all. Some of this music reminds me of some of the music in Isengard in Lotro. This is definitely not Isengard, though. I don't think it is. And I'm pretty sure they couldn't, use music from one game and the other because licensing. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Another woodward guards a protected pathway. The creature notices your approach. Prepares to attack.
go down the non-protected path and go beat up some more fire beetles.
Huge fire beast darts out from an opening, cracking its mandibles in rage.
Alright, got the XP for that. Alright, I don't think I'll have the option to
Small
helping
group
these
of
folks.
lycanthropes huddle in the corner. They're clearly fearful of your approach, but their leader seems willing to speak.
Alright, let's see what options I have. Bluff, diplomacy, or intimidate. Well, they're all charisma 13s. Except bluff is a charisma 13, but it only gets a +2 mod on it. But diplomacy has a +2. Intimidate has a +2. Alright, they're all the same. So let's just pick one. I have failed. It's interesting that you can actually just roll this as many times as you want. Ooh, it's a failure at 17. Ugh. Can I get a nat 20 on one of these? Failure at 19, so I have very low hopes that a natty 20 will actually do this. It's fascinating to me also that it doesn't matter how many times you fail, they don't attack you or anything like that. So we're wasting time. Oh, natty 20 is a fail. Alright, I'm gonna walk away, leave him alone. Alright guys, you're on your own. So, my next stream will be on Thursday. Thursday evening, I will be playing some EverQuest Legends, I think. Except, yeah, it will be Thursday. EverQuest Legends is launching their beta server on Wednesday, and when they do that, people who pre-purchase will automatically get a Legends title across their entire account. Plus, they will also be able to log in and reserve one name for their account, and so they will be that person on all of the servers. So I'm going to go in and try to secure my name on Wednesday and be playing on Thursday night, and we'll see which name I manage to get. I have a feeling I'm not going to get my first choice, but I'm hoping I'll get my second choice. We'll see how it goes. And the game itself will launch proper at the end of July, like the weekend right before Gen Con. I'm like, I'm busy!
To prevent you from taking it.
Everybody in. So that's gonna be fun. I've noticed a couple of times when I did stream EverQuest Legends, since there's so few people who got into the beta, there's only a few. So generally, the streams do pretty well. I'm actually pretty happy about that as a cult tank creator. And what's really nice is they take super pity on me because I never played the OG EverQuest. So, I mean, I kind of messed about with it when I first started trying out both EverQuest 1 and EverQuest 2.
Guardians defeated. You're now able to retrieve the Eye of Lamania.
But this is, since EverQuest 2 is already out, it's like, wow, this EverQuest 1 kind of looks like,
From the area.
looks terrible.
Perhaps this huge tree,
Alright, let's see what we get.
gigantic animals, will eventually return to their home plane.
Absolutely not useful for me. But, named item. A named item. Then on Friday, I'll be back on Lotro stream. I will actually be taking over my professor's time slot for the next couple of weeks because he's going to be out of town. So that'll be fun. So that means I might be able to squeeze in a second stream Friday evening. And then, of course, Saturday evening, I will be right here playing some more Lotro. And then on Sunday, I'll be back on DDO stream. Yay! Alright, repair. I'll grab that. Sell everything except the named item. You know, that actually might be useful. We'll hold on to that. I get repair amps on so much crap. I'm actually kind of pissed off anytime I get something with repair amps on it. Because it's like, yo, do I look like an artificer or a blade forge or a warforged to you? No. Alright. This quest is also long and also... Well, wait a minute. Hold on. No, this is the quest I think it is. Yeah, this is long and annoying. However, what we do have is we have Dimension Door. Ha ha ha. Do I always remember to use Dimension Door? Nope. Kitty Catson, what are you doing? I bet it a storm loss. She did miss me. She totally missed me. Good kitty. Alright, let's talk to you. Jerkan. Sell the named items too. Sell your best friends and family. Only keep the family pets. Ha ha ha. Extra onions, that's funny.
The Arcanal
Okay.
explains that to access the Eye of Shavarath, you must visit 3 fortresses and attune to a ward in each one. This will be no easy task. Each
It's
of the
not
fortresses
hard,
is
it's just
occupied by
annoying.
One of the 3 warring factions on the plane of battle. The Demon's Fortress is better described as a jagged cave with brutish decor. In the distance, you'll hear the cacophony of stomping feet, splitting corals.
Stompy feet, stompy feet, stompy feet. Okay, I'm actually going to grab the map for this. 'Cause I can never remember where anything is. Okay, that's the way we came in, so we're going this way.
upwards from the cavern below. Down in the large pool of lava.
I'm gonna actually
Small rock
skip that.
patterns take shape and are quickly consumed.
Unless I have to. Way past the battle. Okay. Okay, large portion of the dungeon can be skipped by jumping into the lava pool to start. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. So everybody stay here. I'm gonna go jump in the puddles. So they have a map. So we made a map for this. Oh, let's see how we do.
The heat overwhelms you as you fall into the cavern. You can make out small platforms below, and an opening is barely visible to the eye.
Okay, I told everybody to stay behind, but okay, whatever.
Welcome feeling of cool air envelops you as you leave the lava chamber. The cavern now climbs upward, leading towards the top of the fortress.
Okay, so that's how you skip it. But I need to go back the other way. So again, everybody stay here. Wait, was there something? Oh no, Mycella died. Oh shit. Can I get her to pop up here? Let's bring Rana back. Rana, stay. Okay, Rana. Do the res. Can you res her? Okay, we saved the mushroom. Okay, got them all. It's like Pokemon. Because there's a chest over this way. Waiting for a rock to appear. Oh, there's one. Okay, I guess we're swimming in the lava today. Okay, that didn't do what I thought it would do. Okay. Where am I going? That way. Oh man, oh man. I should really bring Bill's opening with me. Okay. That isn't going to get us any named items. Everything is in the end chest. Alright. Well, let's get back to where we were. Hi, Rana. Come with me, Rana. And around the corner. Let's go find the others. Where did I leave them? I left them over here. Alright, hirelings, let us go. Let us abscond. Well, I think we have enough time. We're gonna run over a bit, but I will do the entire quest chain because this is the long portion of this quest. So once we're done with this, well, the other ones will go a lot quicker, especially the one for the archons. Yeah. Am I stuck on something? Oh. I kind of was, actually. Yoink. An alchemist chapbook. Sweet. I rebuilt my alchemist, my Lobby alchemist. Anybody else you want to come play? Maybe a little bit. Me and the shield guardian are taking a wall up in here. Just saying. see Misty's on the floor? No. Think this was the shortcut?
Across a narrow stone bridge, you can see a sigil placed on this demonic altar. Sigil protected by a magical shield.
Okay. I did miss something here, though. I totally did miss something. There is... What's the matter, Stormlost? This room right here is where there's that extra guy. Oh, hi. I've been stunned. No, I've not been. Let's hit his buddy over here. Hi. He hit me. Ooh, free loot. Okay, we're going back because there's a guy behind a door back this way. Where'd everybody go? Not this way, is he? Oh, he's down here. We're gonna get them. There's supposed to be a shrine there, but I think that's down below. Alright, so let's grab these. Ignore those guys. This guy. Crazy butt. And tonight, I'm gonna definitely have ice cream after the stream. Alright, give me your stuff. It's not gonna be good stuff. But it's still stuff. Hey, but we got a collapsible portable hole out of that one chest, random chest that was like, we didn't have to do that, but we did. And we got loot out of it, so. Alright. I think we have to go back down this way. Yeah, I to be fair, there's others who put in a lot more work than I did. But it was a good weekend. I mean, I got to meet Mike Drought, which, I mean, I had interacted with him previously, helping him get into the Signum Discord and facilitating when he was one of our keynotes at Middle Moot a few years back. So I got to talk to him then, but I didn't really get to talk to him. And so it was actually really nice to get to meet him in person. Okay, we need a shrine before we fight the bad guy. Well, we fight the bad guy. Alright. He seems like, yeah, he's a really nice guy. And the story what happened to his poor son, oh my god. He truly is living the, no parent should outlive their child sort of thing. Poor soul. Okay, we're back here. You know what I could do? Oh, I need to activate the rune though. Hold on. I was like, oh, I was about to dimension her. I was like, oh shit, we're not done yet. He did the keynote at Mythmoot just weeks after Son died. Yeah. Or was he supposed to and he couldn't because of that? I don't remember if it was like it was like a last minute cancellation because of that. But either way, oh my god. He did it, okay. Is the year that we were in the hotel? Oh my god, that hotel was garbage. It was like the worst thing ever. Because it was not accessible. It didn't have a fire pit, which, Okay, so these guys are here now. How we held together. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And so these guys, when I ran past her, they weren't here. That was weird. Wakey, wakey! Alright. I'm gonna use the shrine. Yeah, my cell is like... I forgot my nightcap. Oh my god, my cell is early. Alright, everybody shrine. Everybody shrine, and then we'll take you to the room. One of the things about going to Mythmoot every year... At least the years that we do it at the NZC. This doesn't count for the dullest year, the airport hotel year. Is the simple fact that I eat way better at Mythmoot than I do at home. Way better.
The sigil glows fiercely. Attuning to the demon's ward should help you to obtain the Eye of Shabra.
Okay, the Eye of Shavarath is the easy one. The Devil's Fortress... Well, actually, no, the Eye of Shavarath is... Well, no, hold on. The demon side is the annoying one. This one is just... Okay, whatever. And then... the other one is... Just... Is like pretty super quick. And watch out for those blades of doom. You can't destroy them at all.
To the west stands a closed metal door, protected by a magical shield. Grim trophies lead to the opening to the north.
Well, he's just like standing out back there, so we're just gonna ignore him. Except, I think we need to kill him to open this. No, we don't. Why is he lurking there in the corner? Oh, he's definitely broken. He's not even reacting to us. Alright, let's go. And Rana's like shooting at things that she can't get there. Easier to eat better when you're not having to cook the food. True. And not having to pay extra for the food as well. Though, I have to say, for the folks who didn't stay for Sunday night supper, like, I should have left around 2 or 3 in the afternoon yesterday to get back home around 10 or 11. That didn't happen, because I was enjoying talking to everybody. You know, we were done with everything. Nobody had to do anything. We're just sitting and shooting the breeze. It was a small group, so that definitely helps with the social anxiety. It was like all the people who were staying until today, for the most part. And... Bye. I'll go this way. Let's break these things over here. And... it just pretty much wound up being just an informal chat. It just, you know, as usual, we can talk for hours and hours and hours, which is exactly what happened. And I still didn't actually have the talk with Corey that he and I were supposed to have about some stuff that was going to be changing about what I get to do. I'm happy to see that they finally announced the rebrand of Space to Everlearn. Though I shouldn't say finally, it's only been a recent thing, but, you know, it was internally announced a while ago, while they were working on getting it sorted out. Hi, Rana. Do you let me beat up your friends here? Somebody heal me, please. Apparently nobody knows how to heal me. Except Rana can res me at the drop of a hat. Well, that's good. I gotta go break the things down here. Yes, they're explosive barrels, I don't care. We can't go in that door. We need to find a shrine pretty soon. But there is a shrine on the way, so we'll get it. Okay, so we are here. Did we get the chest back there? Or is that chest up above? Because, yeah. The chest is up here. Alright. We'll get it in a minute. The problem is, there's also a Devils, Demons, Archons quest. In Vecna, and it's also kind of annoying. Oh, he's a blue one, that's why. You feel down for real this time. Okay, Mycella has no spell points, so we need to fix that ASAP. I can sense that there's a door here. Apparently I can't open it. I'm not cool enough to open it. They found the devils. Alright. Everybody's fighting now. Oh, Jatrina's almost out of spell points. Rhonda's the only buddy who's got any spell points.
Magical energy surges throughout the fortress as the lever is pulled.
Passive voice, how dare you? Alright. Seems like we should be going this way. I can't open the door. Well, I guess we backtrack. To the gate that couldn't open, and now we can open it.
The gate reveals a large passage to the west. Climbs up.
So I expect to have some points to give away at the beginning of the week. Or probably next week. Okay, so this one's a little fun, little puzzle to figure out what's going on where. Do I want to do the shrine now, or do I want to fight the dude? We'll do the thing
Passageway on the
here.
other side of the bridge leads to a sealed door. Now the question is,
How do you get in?
how to open it? When the lever is pulled, you can hear the sound of a door opening from the direction of the bridge.
It's the Wheel of Pain. Everybody lag now. Funny thing is, there's just this random ass devil over here, and then once you kill this guy, then you get the chest. It's so weird.
Creature falls, cursing you and your kind.
Alright. Now, I want to go back to the shrine. Everybody shrine now. Even Rana's mostly out of spell points. Alright, we got our points. Let me redo this, redo the buffs. Get myself true seeing. Vroom. Ugh. Now, the unfortunate reality of playing this without my controller, or without my Tartarus, is that I really am not anywhere near as effective casting spells using the keyboard. Because I also have a hotkey set to immediately target, shifting
As you
targets and
enter the
whatnot.
chamber, you notice an eerie glow radiating from atop a
Eerie
series of
glow?
platforms.
Erie, Indiana?
A powerful Orthorn patiently awaits your arrival.
Go get him, owlbear. I'll go up here, grab this. Go over here. Beat up all these. Oh, Missy Remy's? Yoink. Alright, let's go get the bad guy. Who's obviously beating people up. I bit him! Tuba! How you doing? How's life been treating you? Good times, glad to hear it. Yoink.
The sigil glows keenly. Attuning to the Devil's Ward should help you retrieve the Eye of Shavarath.
Okay, one more to do, but this one's the shortest one. Hold on, somebody's tagging me in Slack. Okay, that must have been it. I have too many tabs open in thingy. Alright. And finally. Hi, Traveler, our Odd Lantern Archon. Alright. You haven't played Lotro? Why is everybody coming into my channel saying they haven't played Lotro in so many months? It's like,
Dave
okay.
gestures for you to talk to her.
So, what is your story on it? I ask why. This one's actually really easy, honestly. I'll do what I can. I'll see it done.
Deva explained, the Devil forces have stormed this fortress. While the Celestials are willing to assist you, they need to first close the portals.
Wow, we got like loot out of this shit. What the hell? Been taken by Bitcraft? Okay, fair. People got games to play, I'm telling you. I mean, I'm playing Lotro, I'm playing DDO, I'm playing WoW, I'm playing No Man's Sky when they've got an expedition on, which is like right now. So I actually need to go look on their current expedition because I was kind of pissed off at it. Because they time-gated it. And I'm going to see where everybody stands. Because I am sure that people have not completed the current step. It's like, you can't do this until you've built the what's-it. In the build the what's-it, you have to like complete a number of missions. This was definitely not their best expedition, honestly. Also been playing EverQuest Legends, and that's going to be coming out into beta, like public beta, on the 1st. And also play a little bit of Ark when I'm bored, 'cause I do like my little dinosaurs. Where's the dude that chomped on? There we go. What's your shtick with EQ Legends? Well, basically, it's a licensed version of EverQuest. They have some things that are different than the OG EverQuest, but it's basically the OG EverQuest. It is run by a company. I forget their actual name, but my dear friend Brass is working for them as their senior community manager. So when I saw the Brass was on board, I'm like, yeah, I can play this game, because I know she wouldn't jump on a skeezy project. And of course, again, they are completely 100% licensed, so no ceases and desists are going to be coming. None of that.
This courtyard has
been ravaged by the Devil's attack. 3 open portals allow the Devil troops to stream in.
So I think I have a level 2 character. I might have been level 3. So I'm just like enjoying the fact that I can play the game, and people who follow that community, they find people streaming it, because there have been so few of us because so few people got into the closed beta, that I've actually gotten like big fatty raids from the community. And what's been really awesome is that the people who roll into the channel, they're actually like, oh, you're not at max level, you're not like Zerg in this game, you're okay. So we have 2 of them, 3, because the other group rolled in with us. And so that's the only time that I'm streaming. I'm like, yeah, it's okay to backseat game, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and your help is important. But any other game, like, nah, don't you dare backseat game. Okay, we got them all.
Now that all 3 portals have been closed, the attack is almost at an end. Only the Devil Commander stands in your way.
Well, we're gonna sit here in Shrine first, and then we'll go kick his ass. So I'm looking forward to playing it when it comes out for real. The open beta that you have to pay $20 to get into, the monthly subscription for the game will be $10, which I thought was pretty cool. Yep. But the open beta, you have to buy intro. But one thing about the open beta that you buy into, one of the pre-order bonuses that you get is you get a title of the Legend across your entire account, which is very nice. But you also, on July 1st, which is just like the day after tomorrow, when you roll in there and you create a character, that will lock that character into your account for all the servers. So if you want to be Bob, roll in there on July 1st as soon as the server's open and try to get the name Bob. I know which name I'm going to go for, but I will have a backup list of things. I'm fairly confident I'll get my second choice, but my first choice would be the one I would love to have. But it's a common word name, so it's like whatevs. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I got a backup. Alright, loot. Thank you. Talk to you. Thank you. Thank you.
The Celestial Commander grants you access to the Celestial Sigil. Thank you for your assistance. The sigil glows brightly. Attuning to the Celestial Ward will help you gain access to the Eye of Shavarath. Now that you've attuned to all 3 wards, the Eye of Shavarath awaits you at the entrance.
Yoink.
After attuning to all 3 of the wards, the protections
Yay!
for the Eye of Shavarath fade. Now
Let's see what we get.
you've retrieved the Eye of Shavarath.
Nothing. Fine. Alright, even though I am past my normal time, I'm gonna go finish. I'm gonna do the last quest of the chain. Because I don't like to leave quest chains. I'm gonna clean out my bags, do a little repair, and then go beat up a beholder because that's always fun. Double checking. Okay, we didn't get any name delete out of this run. Okay. Okay, final quest. Except, you know, I forgot to pick up the loot from you, Durr. I'm sure Margaret will take great care of the eye. Nope. Not happening. Let's go beat up the hidden hand. Okay.
The remaining eyes are
Hi,
soon
traveler.
locked away inside the headquarters of the Hidden Hand. It's said that members of that cult are often seen entering the curiosity shop.
What I haven't done is I haven't turned on my Mistwalker
This
style
shop is
recently.
filled with odd artifacts and hidden hand occultists. It looks like you're in the right place.
This is the right place. Grab all of the notes. We're doing all the notes this time, guys.
According to the note, 3 of the remaining eyes are stored in the nearby warehouse. The remainder are held deep inside the cult's headquarters.
There we go. I'm floating again. What are my future MMO plans? Samesies? Well, I am part of the Lotro and DDO content creator program, so those are my #1 priorities. That's about it. Honestly, I still have to put out some reports on some of the shit I checked out at PAX East. And we've got the Gen Con player meetup coming up, and I'm expecting to put out something when we do know that sometime this week they will put out the next producer. The letter to the players from Orion for Lotro, and hopefully at some point Standing Stone will open up 64 to 64 transfers in DDO. I can get all my 3 characters currently stranded on Cormyr to get them off of Cormyr. Okay, shrine here. Let's get that so it's on the thing. Alright, let's go play with the Eye of Rizia. Playing with some frost giants who are guarding the Eye of Rizia. Let's get everybody inside. That's fine. They can fight him, and I'm just gonna go over here. Beat those. Grab that. What are your MMO plans besides Bitcraft and more Bitcraft? Ooh, got a chest from one of these guys. Misty Remy's always a good thing. Get close enough to grab.
You carefully pick up the icy eye of Rizia.
Be crafted solid. You played for
To your
last
surprise,
Ledger content pets?
A
Yeah.
jovial gnome is perched atop a crate in the middle of the damp corridor. He waves you over, eager to talk.
Woo! So I'm lost? Meow. Why are you meowing? Why are you meowing? What are you doing, Stormlost? Stormlost is meowing. I think she was like, she was dreaming and then something startled her in the dream and then she woke up and started meow. Okay. Got a note. 3 more notes to go. Do I have advice for somebody who might want to start playing DDO? First thing to do is ignore anybody who says you need to go as fast as possible or do the hardest content possible. Those people are not your friends. The game does have a normal mode and a hard mode, and for somebody who wants to start playing the game, it's perfectly acceptable to use those in order to learn how to play the game. Now granted, normal mode pretty much ignores most traps, but at least gets you the option of checking out all the quests and seeing where things are. Right now they're doing a really big expansion on the website, and one cool thing about their expansions is it's like the one in Lotra right now because it's summer sales. Is that you get hirelings, like my entire party besides me are hirelings. 4 of the 5 came from expansions. That, for example, the Owlbear Defender came from, I believe, Menace of the Underdark. The Shield Guardian came from the Sharn expansion. Rana Leafheart came from Myth Draenor. She's the best hireling. And Mycella is the one that came from the one that's not currently on sale because it is the pre-order right now. I'm sorry, the pre-purchase. One thing to always understand about DDO, it does not play like Lotro or any other regular MMO. In many ways, it does feel older than Lotro. Some of the graphics look more dated than in Lotro. But it is a heckin' lot of fun, and the community itself is mostly pretty cool. I mean, you got your usual rotters, but you're gonna have that in any MMO community, right? You can play by yourself perfectly fine. The most challenging content, of course, you're going to want groups with you. The main thing is, you know, just take your time and, you know, it will take time to figure everything out. I would also highly recommend, because it's very easy to make a character that will not be able to do anything. There are a lot of players who post public builds that anybody can use to, like, kind of, okay, I got this, I want to make this character. I would also recommend, if you're looking to drop money on the game, that 3 really solid classes, the 3 premium classes of Alchemist, Artificer, and Favorite Soul are currently all 75% off, so they're super cheap, and those are account-wide purchases. On the other hand, you can earn them just by playing the game, but it's on a per-server basis, so it's not as cool. And so I just always like, fuck it, I just want to buy the thing and not be done with it. I don't know if they will do a quest content in time with Gen Con, because they are actually doing a special event thing, or a special sponsorship at Gen Con. They are sponsoring the Faster Purple Worm Kill live stage performances. And I'm hoping, but I don't know, I'm just I'm hoping. I'll be disappointed if they don't offer up the free questing code again. Though this will be the 3rd time in like this past 7 or 8 months, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go up here. And it actually doesn't matter if we go that way because they'll respawn anyhow.
Becomes gray and less vivid as a feeling of dull apathy seeps into you. The Eye of Dolor must be nearby. An imposing form looms near the Eye of Dolor. It's a Marut, one of the unstoppable guardians who hunt anyone who tries to deny or cheat death.
Like, nobody can attack this guy? Okay, well, let's go. Oh, that's why. I'm gonna go attack these things.
conditions. So does the magical field surrounding the Eye of Dolor.
Misty
You
Remmies.
struggle to resist overwhelming weariness as you pick up the Eye of Dolor.
Okay, now we're gonna run back and hit the shrine. Everybody shrine now. One other recommendation I would make, Tuba, is find a guild. Because one thing guilds have are airships, and as guilds with higher levels will have buffs that you go to the guild airship, you click a thing, and you get ship buffs. And then that's going to give you a whole bunch of bonuses to how various things act. You'll get like a little bit increased XP, a little bit of bonus to your saves. These are my guild buffs, and there's like a whole pile of them. Alright, I don't... Yeah, there's another note here. Open the gate.
The Shield Guardian opens the door to the Hidden Hand headquarters. You spot an unusual...
This is actually really funny because sometimes if it's during Night Rebels, 13 here will actually spawn in with the pumpkin face on him. It's actually really funny. But then again, he won't have the because it's not the same version as the version you eventually wind up fighting. You don't get. Well, maybe the door will open. We'll find out. I don't think it will though. Anyway, I'll give myself true sight and I'll be able to see it. Get a subscription. Free to play is limited, almost like a demo. Yeah, it is kinda. But then again, you know, there's people who can play the game without the subscription. One of the things about having a sub is that if you don't have one, and you can't open higher tiers of quests until you complete it once. So you also get more XP as a sub, so like 10% more XP. Maybe 10% or something like that. And sometimes they do VIP XP weekends as well. And then people who aren't VIP get pissed. It's like, wow, you should give us something for when we're... You should also give us something when there's a VIP weekend. I'm like, maybe. And I'm like, I see where you're coming from, but you should also just get VIP and be done with it. You know, just do that. But there are folks who play the game free to play. They earn Earning DDO points is a lot harder than earning Lotro points. You will find that bags in DDO are way better than bags in Lotro, but your personal storage and your shared storage are way worse. Although we in DDO have crafting XP or crafting storage that do I really wanna? Not really, no. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go to the last room even though we don't really need to. We're still going to anyway. Mycella. Ooh, he dropped the chest. I didn't notice. Yoink. Alright. Only Mycella really needs a shrine. Everybody else has spell points per days. This is the new hireling from the pre-purchase of Terror of Demogorgon. To be midnight. Okay. Final battle. And we'll turn in the quest. And then we'll turn in the saga or the quest chain and be done. And we're about to find out the truth. It's like, what? What's Van Sattler doing here?
Found the remaining eyes held by the hidden hand. More surprisingly, you also find yourself face to face with Mulgrave University donor Vance Sattler and a Chaos Beholder.
Which one of these are actually, yeah, it's breakable. I think only that's breakable. Get out of here! Did they kidnap you? Oh, no. I'm Vecna.
Mulgrave University donor transforms into Vecna, the god of secrets. I owe you my thanks, mortal. You've done a fine job of collecting the planar eyes for me. I'm sure I'll find all kinds of uses for them. Now then, I'll give my underling just a taste.
I bit the beholder.
One vanishes. The beholder now transformed.
We got him! Yay! Alright. Nothing! Oh, that sucked. Alright, that's okay. As long as I wasn't running on Legendary and then, you know, my buddy loots Legendary 13, I'm on a build that actually uses a bastard sword right then and there. And I think he actually used it for sentient food fodder. Yeah, it's my time to go here as soon as I turn this in, so I'm gonna head on out soon in a second. Alright. Gilder down. So we didn't get too much good shit here, but we finished the quest chain. Hooray! And got 3 action points, also hooray. So I have a total of 4 I can spend. So I'm gonna go take a look after the stream to see what I should be doing next. But for now, it's time for me to go and get ice cream. So you all be good. Again, next stream will be on Thursday night with some EQL. And I'm going to go get ice cream and then go to bed. Alright. Be good. If you can't be good at it. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.